Before I begin, of course, there may be spoilers for Jurassic World Dominion in this video. I'll try to avoid them, but you have been warned. These days, big-budget CGI action movies are a lot of what we see in the movie theater, and this year is no exception. Scorsese says that the medium is dying because of this, that there's no art in movies anymore. And often that angle's correct, with many modern movies prioritizing action and explosions over characters or depth. Take F9, for example, which was just ridiculous for the entire movie. I mean, they went to space in a car. And yet, I still enjoyed it. I still went, and I will continue to go see those kinds of movies. Now, Fast and Furious is somewhat of an extreme example, notorious for being over the top and cheesy. I think part of the reason movies like this are becoming more common is technological advancement. Newer technology benefits the parts of a movie that these films are known for. Magic powers, crazy stunts, giant creatures, and the creation of entire worlds that aren't even real. All of these things get better with new technology, and as more things become available, the consumer only benefits. It is insane what you can make on a computer right now. Even though I've shed the genre in a negative light, I think going to the theater and seeing something crazy, something loud and exciting, even if it's bad, is a great experience. I've mentioned that certain aspects of these films can lower in quality when attention is on action, but every so often a genuinely good movie comes along that is still wild and exciting, but also carefully crafted at the same time. Jurassic World Dominion is an example of this. It's no masterpiece, and I know a lot of people will disagree with me on this, but this movie works, and it functions properly as an end to the Jurassic World trilogy. In my opinion, for the genre, this is an above-average movie. The premise alone had me excited months before it came out. The idea of dinosaurs across the Earth interrupting everyday life caught my eye instantly. Finally, it is truly a Jurassic World. No longer a theme park, but an entire planet. The movie really does take advantage of these new settings, with scenes in crowded city streets or snowy mountains. It demonstrates brilliantly the idea of an illegal market for dinosaurs, one in which several parties are always fighting for that genetic power. Of course, like the previous 5 Jurassic movies, it tells a cautionary tale about the consequences of human interference with nature. It also highlights themes of family connection and finding your place in the world. These are mainly seen through one of the main characters who is a clone, which was revealed in the last movie. There's also awesome symbolism and design, like when the T-Rex walks past some circular architecture, forming the franchise's logo, with the circle symbolizing the cycle of life. You already know that the CGI is essentially perfect and doesn't even need to be mentioned. My only real complaint at the moment is with the villain. The main antagonist is the same character as the one from Jurassic Park, now the head of the corrupt Biosyn Corporation. I just found the performance uninspiring and felt it didn't really convey the power-hungry intentions of the modern world. As I'm sure you're aware, Dominion features the return of original cast members Laura Dern and Sam Neill, along with Chris Pratt and others. It's nice to see the classic characters again, and it's very fitting for them to appear in the last film of the franchise. Of course, Jeff Goldblum returns as well, providing a large chunk of the comedic moments, along with plenty of callbacks to the original. Moving past that, this movie is crazy. It is non-stop action and terror. For most of the movie, the group of main characters are split up, increasing the possibility of ridiculous events. There is a part where Chris Pratt is on a motorcycle being chased by raptors and has to drive into the back of a plane that is taking off. In another part, at the beginning, he is riding a horse and lassos a dinosaur. It is unpredictable. In addition to the action, there are so many great elements of horror present as well, just like the original. There's this great scene in the sewer where you can't see anything from smoke and darkness, another in the jungle where a character's hiding underwater from a dinosaur with huge claws, and plenty of jump scares with the necessary shrieking violins. Every second of the movie features another incredible sequence, never at a low point. And eventually, the movie ends, with dinosaurs continuing to roam the Earth, learning to coexist, learning to fit in with the modern world. In the final shot, herds of triceratops and elephants walk together as the sun sets on the Jurassic World. Sure, it's ridiculous. Sure, there's a part, allegedly, where an on-fire swarm of giant locusts escapes containment and sets the entire area ablaze. But it's fun. It's fun to go see these giant movies, even if they're not always great. But I think this one is.